Yo, 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 word up, comrades. This is me, Wushu Richard. You watching the China Diner. You know what I'm saying? You watching Chips. You are watching Chips, Chicken, and Wushu Richard, my motherfucker. Anyway, today we're going to talk about another topic while I'm sitting here eating my lunch/dinner because I woke up late. In this video, we're going to talk about something that something that's been on my mind yesterday, martial arts wise, about combat martial arts weapons. I made another video for you talking about like being straight to the point and attacking like in combat if you want to win a fight. I always believe speed and power, straight to the point. The unseen shot, the accurate, strong shot to the point that's going to end the fight or really cause a person to flop on their ass. You know, I'm talking fucking Budo meets World Star. These thugs, they can't, these idiots flapping their mouth, thinking they're all so bloody, so tougher than everybody, they can beat the world down. They're the ones that sometimes are just not prepared. They're unprepared for what could happen. So I'm saying, if you want to attack, don't wait for the enemy to attack first, is what I've always said. You've got to read it, and I'm not telling people to attack people, but what I'm trying to say is, I believe sometimes those shots, if you check out videos online, you will see lots of street fights and all these thugs and stuff, and you will see how it could be street fights with a bunch of idiots, thugs and idiots, tough guys, or it could be a fight between anyone, or it could be a ring fight, or any kind of fight. You always find it, even in all warfare. They always say too, all warfare is based on imagination and deception, right? And as I've always said to, excuse me, oh my neck, excuse me. As I've always said, and I've always believed, it was said, the best block is don't be there. That's the best block. Avoid the situation altogether, all violence and that. But the point I'm saying is, like, you got to go in straight. If you can win the fight before, what does it mean to win the fight before it begins? What I mean is, like, if you can stop this guy attacking from you before you have to even think about how to use certain strategies to this and that, as long as you switch off the light, as long as you stop that. It's like you take a gun from the guy so he can't shoot you. It's similar thing. I'm just saying in figure of speech. I'm just saying, you would have hit somebody and knocked them out before, what I'm saying, or hurt them so bad they can't come back and fight you, or at least effectively. Then you do better. Prevention is better than cure. So I'm just speaking from that combative. So I'm not saying violence is right and saying, I'm just saying reality. Okay, don't look at yourself like a pussy, like you've got to prove it by letting the guy put his guard up and that, and letting him know you're going to fight him, or in front of a crowd of people because you want ego and you want to be the hero. It's like running into a battle without any armor on. It's just ridiculous. You know what I mean? Because you're putting yourself in danger. It's just foolish. Regardless, you might be a little skinny guy and that guy might be a big tough guy, but if you were to take the guy out without him realising, everybody will still see you just put this fucking guy out anyway. And they won't look at the strategy, because idiots don't look at the strategy. Believe you and me, there's always strategy. If two chess players were to think like that, in a way, then it'd be like almost like saying, well, we don't even need to play this game of chess because they're two sly motherfuckers. You know what I'm trying to say? Slyness, you say sly and cheap shots. There's none of that. There's always that in all competition. There's always that, trying to be invisible from some angles or from some areas of your mind, of that person, the opponent's mind, so they can't see around that corner, can't see what you're doing, they don't know what you're going to do. It's the only way. By letting them know what you're going to do, it's like you're putting money in the guy's hand. You know what I'm trying to say? Anyway, switch around. Let's get on to the next topic then, and I'm rambling now. That's just recovering what I was saying in the other video. You should check out the other video because I'll talk about that a little bit in that video. But in this video, I'm going to talk about, just briefly, I'm just going to say it to you now about weapons. Now, I've seen videos online about showing weapon tactics. Now, let's just talk about, I'm saying like martial arts kind of weapon, like let's say swords or sticks. Let's say swords or sticks, right? Anything like a pole or something new. This kind of relates to my other video in a way. Again, even though we're talking about weapons, which I don't, support as such, the carrying of weapons, but I'm just saying. What I'm trying to say is though, it relates to it in that, you got technique and then you got no technique. Now, if you were holding a stick or a sword, and it was the battle day, like the samurai warrior day, the ancient day, let's say it's a sword battle, and someone's swinging swords at you and poles or whatever, and you are using your sword to actually block and accurately, as in use that weapon to, or stick or whatever it is, to block against the opponent's weapon to stop it. And you literally do like a game of tennis or ping pong, and you are literally with power deflecting what's coming and then moving your way in. Yes, but it's not just ching 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 ching, is it? It's like you're going in and trying to win and attack the opponent's body and take him out, right? With a swipe, with a strike, with a slash, with a hack, right? Right. No matter how you defend against that person's arm, which the weapon is attached to, that's coming at you, he's making part of his body because the weapon's not dangerous, it's the person who's wielding it. You're still, it's the same similar kind of combat strategies. You're trying to go in and deal with that and turn the light off, right? So it's the point and do the deal, so you can turn your light on. Now, what I'm trying to say though is, if you was holding a baseball bat or something, let's say a baseball, something which was not even like some of these battle axes and stuff of the ancient days, but let's say a baseball bat where it's like more heavy at the end. When you start swinging, it picks up weight and it's very heavy, but you've got to be accurate with that swing, right? If it misses, you've got to come back again. And you know what I'm saying? When you swing, say if something's very heavy, let's say on the end, like a big heavier end to it, you see what I'm trying to say? This kind of a stick would be harder to control. If someone was swinging a sword at you, you'd have to block against that, and then you have to change direction again. By swinging and changing the position of your different swipes and blocks and strikes, using a clubbing kind of fucking, I don't care, Thor's hammer or whatever it is, you're going to give yourself a workout on your arm. And if you're in the battlefield, that's not really effective. More heavy weight, people get armour on, whatever it might be. But you're swinging, and that's not effective because you're just exhausting yourself. No matter how tough you are, this is an all-day workout. They're coming at you with bladed weapons trying to slash you the fuck up. You want to be quick and elusive like the wind is what you want to be. A quick slipping in, going in with a striking a blade, something like a katana maybe, or some kind of knife, coming in, slipping through the wind like the from moving, so if you've got a sword, you're able to change very quickly. That's kung fu elusiveness again. Able to cut against, block against, not something flimsy, something that's able to block against that. You wouldn't use a flimsy weapon against someone's big, heavy cudgel or something coming at you, but it's like you can cut against the arm or go straight in. And it's the actual elusiveness of your body and how you move, like the wind and water to go in. This is what the original stuff is in kung fu and real martial art. But what I'm talking about is in everyday now, I'm saying in everyday, be it martial arts combat, trained warriors, or be it, and all that warrior fighting, or be it just anyone off the street, any thug or anyone on this street now. Anyone, it doesn't matter if you've got skill or not, right? If you're talking about attacking a human being, it's the same as the fist. It's got a hit and damage, right? Your striker's got a hit and damage accurately to a place that's going to really hurt the person. Now, if you're holding some kind of pole or some kind of stick or something that's got weight to it, and you're swinging it, and it's straight on, even if someone's got their guard up, let's face it, in this day and age, most people on the streets are not wearing full protective iron samurai armour, are they? And they're not guarding with shields and swords. No, this is different. They're not knights in armour. No, this is people on the street. So if you were to pick up anything, a baseball bat or some kind of pole, and whip them, I mean fucking smack. Excuse my language, I'm not promoting it, it's wrong. I'm saying that would literally smash through it. That would do the damage. So what I'm trying to say is, you see these videos online where people are talking about the technical art of the martial art, how to block and that. I've made videos about that stuff. I know and I understand. But the fact is none of this fancy stuff. If anyone's learning it, really thinking to like protect themselves. Let's be realistic now. Look at your opponent. You don't even need to do fancy movements, do any kind of martial art at all. And this is me saying it, and this is not usually me talking like this. But I'm saying it you really don't need much ability at all. If you've got the weapon in your hand, you need to have some accuracy. Yeah, you might swing, you might leave your back open to attack to come back. But I'm saying the most important thing, if you've got good footwork, and you're moving around, you're just whipping this thing in, whether it's some kind of pole or stick, if you've got good control of it, you're holding it right, you've got enough balance, not too long or not too near the end, you've got a bit of slack there, and it's heavy there, you're whipping in or cracking in or whatever it's going to be. Thrusting's a bit different because you've got less. When you thrust or you're stabbing, sticking, that's got, or stabbing or sticking, thrusting, that's leaving a bit of, you've got to be accurate with that as well. It's like leaving a bit of space that they can move around anyway. It's very easy to miss. It's the same as like Wing Chun. If you punch and you miss the line, or you straight punch and they slip past that, there's a lot of space there to come around and attack you. So usually you want to be accurate when you're doing punches and stuff. If you do a swing, they can see that and stop. That's why. See my back for this sometimes, a lot of the time. But it's like same with front kicks and round kicks. But the thing I'm trying to say is, if you're coming in with a weapon like that, when you're thrusting, I think with a heavy thing that you know is going to be guaranteed, if it hits them, it's going to hurt them. Whether they put their hands up or whatever, you're still going to smash through, cut through, or fucking crack something on their human body. And they're not armoured up, are they? Just people on the street. I'm saying if it's defence, I'm saying in a riot situation, I'm not advising people to do it. I'm just saying that as long as you've got good control, you've got good elusiveness, you should have some skill at understanding of how to cover and defend of martial art technique. You should have some ability in close range and longer range, using that same weapon, be it mid-range, short, long, or whatever. With a weapon. But I'm just saying, if you've got something which is like a bladed weapon, or let's say a heavy pole or a stick, not so heavy you can't control it, but something that's got weight that's going to break something if it hits, with whipping power and speed, and you're able to change and move, you know what I mean? It's gonna do some damage. It's got to be something you can wield. So what I'm trying to say is, by swinging, you're going to cover a vast area still. Something they can't see. It's going to be accurate. They can't see it coming as such. But if you carry that whipping momentum with it, the movement, and you carry it, whatever, they're not going to have that force to stop it as well. If it's coming with a lot of force, just putting their arm out, it's not going to do anything. It's going to smash through what's going in. So that's what I'm saying. That's where this video I'm talking about, where no technique as such, as in real scientific martial arts, combative blocks and fancy move, would work. So I'm trying to say, if you've got just whipping and smacking that thing into someone, it is going to do damage anyway, is what I'm trying to say. But it's if you drop it or miss, or they're coming in and they're knocking you out with boxing or whatever it's going to be, then you're fucked. But I'm just saying, in terms of the actual scientific approach to the understanding of this, that's true. If someone's holding a weapon or something like that, but I can't stand it when I see violence like this. I mean, there's idiots and thugs doing stuff like this with crowbars, attacking people, and they're chucking stuff in riots and stuff at people's heads. It's so dangerous. Someone chucked a baseball bat at your head or swung it, you could be dead. So I'm absolutely saying it's all wrong. People should not carry any kind of weapons like that, or bladed weapons, and even guns. I mean, in a violent attitude, I'm saying self-defense is always something we have to be keeping in mind. When it comes to combat, self-defense only. Okay? But, if I'm trying to say, you've got to be taken into different contexts, that's what I'm trying to say. So we've talked about bare hands and going straight in and accurate to the point. We've talked about weapons now and how a pole or a stick or something like that, whipping in that is definitely going to do a lot of damage anyway. There are times when it might not, but that depends on the momentum of the swing and the actual how it was used. It's like you could swing a pole against someone's body, and like if your wrist was in a funny angle, it might hit with not a lot of force. But then you could whip something softer and it might do more damage. But it's like, that's martial, and if you go deep and study, that's the Budo and the Kung Fu and all that anyway in that. It's better to know the real skills and real ability. But on the battleground, maybe on the battleground, on the samurai days when everybody was all armoured up anyway and they're with swords and stuff fighting, that would be the way to fight in those situations. But I'm just saying, in this kind of a situation, this day and age, this thumbs on the street and idiots, if they were going to attack you, they'd smash you with something. If you were going to smash them, you'd smash them. It'd be the same thing with those kind of a bar or a fucking pole or something. You know what I mean? If definitely if you was going to control it, you was going to go in. So it would do damage, and you'd expect it to do damage. Not always, but you know what I mean, though. So So when I see videos online about people talking about stick fighting and showing how to do different techniques, I hope people don't get it in the wrong context too. Even if those people are teaching it like this is how you block, this is how you attack. Because I make a lot of videos showing that and explaining that, and this is what people should still know and learn this stuff, even though I'm saying it. In terms of to understand the skills, I'm saying the ability. It's good for anyone, even the modern soldiers in this day and age. You know what I'm trying to say? Even modern soldiers and stuff learn how to use their guns. If there's no bullets, they learn how to block and fight with the gun, and you know, anything like that. So it's all very, very useful. But I'm saying, literally, picking something up and swinging it and smacking it into someone's bones or body, it can really hurt someone badly. If it's a bladed weapon, it's going to cut them. If it's a heavy thing, it's going to smash them. With some weight to it, I'm trying to say a bit of weight with something in there, you can control it. But I don't advise violence at all. I don't promote that at all. Take care. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to have my lunch now, my dinner. Take care. Take care.